Hi, I'm Lewis Teachwright. I'm a teacher here at Heads Up, a community educational resource. We know every child can learn no matter what the obstacles before them. We serve families and communities of low socioeconomic status. In the education field, we call this Low-SES, and we use the National School Lunch Program to determine who is considered Low-SES. The National School Lunch Program is a federally assisted meal program operating in over 100,000 public and nonprofit private schools. It provides nutritionally balanced, low-cost, or free lunches to more than 31 million children each school day in 2012. We also recognize here at Heads Up that because of socioeconomic conditions, not all students get a healthy and nutritious diet. For this and other reasons which are not fully understood, Low-SES individuals have an overall higher risk for certain illnesses. That is one reason why we participate with Knapsack, a research-based program which offers training for early child care centers so that they may better self-assess how well they promote wellness and nutrition. To further that end, we also partner with the LEAF program, which is Leadership, Education, and Farming, who provide exercise, nutrition, ecological understanding, and leadership skills to teens. And they also provide our center with fresh produce.
Hi, I'm Willy Reedwell, and I'm here to discuss the problem of low literacy in low-SES students. There are many reasons for this. Low-SES students tend to have fewer available literacy resources, and this lack of resources decreases the frequency of reading and ultimately leads to low literacy. Also playing a role are familial beliefs, activities, and the culture that they have, and these are all linked to having the biggest effects on academic achievement. Here at Heads Up, we've seen significant differences in educational attitudes and actions and resources between working class families and middle class families. And although low-SES is typically linked to low academic achievement, we stress here that low-SES is not a learning disability. And this is demonstrated by two case studies of two single mothers and their sons. Mrs. Green, her son was at the top of his second grade class, and they were a low-SES single mother family. She lived beside many other members of the family and had a very large and close social group. She used this social capital of having her mother as a teacher's aide and her aunt as a book publisher to obtain literary resources for her son and to get books and also expose her son to these new literacy topics. And she also raised her son with the belief that reading is knowledge and that it was actually a crucial part of life and that every person should be able to read even before they start school. She knew the importance of communicating with her son. Another mother, on the other hand, Mrs. Naval, had a son who had to repeat the first grade. In her family, there wasn't much familial interaction. This restricted social network prevented her from gaining the literacy resources that she needed. She also had a viewpoint that you needed to have literacy, but it wasn't really an important part of life. Every part of a child's environment and the values they were raised with can severely impact their literacy and their other skills. That's why here at Heads Up, we primarily focus on literacy in children.
Hi, my name is Mike Idzgreat. Here at Heads Up, I work closely with every child and their parents. Heads Up believes that parental involvement is a key factor in academic success. Heads Up offers numerous resources to help with children that come from low-SES families to create a positive literacy environment. A study was done nationally involving kindergarten children and parental involvement. The study showed that children from low-SES families, only 36% of their parents read to them on a daily basis, while on the other hand, children from a higher SES family was 62% of their parents read to them on a daily basis. When you enroll in Heads Up, we make sure to encourage that parents become more involved in children's education. Research shows that parents become more involved, it results in higher academic performance. We try to engage parents or caregivers to become more involved by giving them resources. One option Heads Up offers is access to our vending library and other resources. Lastly, here at Heads Up we offer interpreters for various languages to help better the teacher and student parental communication.
Hi, my name is Donna Sue Much, and my job here at Heads Up involves providing professional development, support, and training to teachers who teach in low-SES schools. Research shows that many teachers report having low self-efficacy when it comes to teaching in low-SES environments. Many teachers go into these environments with certain assumptions about low SES students, and many of these assumptions unfairly assume that low SES students are incapable of success and academic achievement. Our Heads Up agency attempts to help change this paradigm, as it only works as a disservice to these students. Our agency offers many skills and strategies that can help teachers effectively teach students in low SES environments. These strategies include building positive relationships with students and their families, conducting formative and summative assessments, integrating learning experiences, and creating a positive climate for instruction. For the sake of time, we will focus on one strategy by demonstrating how a teacher can integrate positive learning experiences into the classroom by helping students connect their prior knowledge with the lesson being taught. In our demonstration, you will see that students do not believe they are familiar with poetry, but the culturally sensitive teacher will help tie prior knowledge to poetry by using a helpful, relevant website.
And what I'd like you to do is give me a show of hands of how many of you have read poetry or know some poems that you might like. Well, how about this? Gina, tell me what kind of music you like.
I really like Katy Perry's new song, Roar.
Katy Perry, Roar? Good. Let me write that down. What about you? Do you know some music?
Safe and Sound?
Safe and Sound. Is that by Capital Cities?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. Music is one kind of poetry, specifically the music that you like. Okay, so you guys got to listen to the song a little bit, and now you can read the lyrics here. Actually, what we're going to do is read it as a class. We're going to see what we think about this.